friends, you're looking live at the beautiful St. Peter's Arlington Heights Gymnasium here in Arlington Heights, Illinois. This is Championship Sunday of the 2023 Illinois Lutheran Grade School State Basketball Championships. My name is Ryan Roth. I'll be doing your play-by-play along with my sometimes esteemed colleague, Peter Roth. And Peter, we have the defending champions, the Comets of Peoria Christ, the favorites against the number 2 seed, the Crusaders from St. Paul Rochelle.
Yes, we do. We've made it finally to the last game of the afternoon. The sun is setting, but the lights are still bright here in the gym, and we should have some stars shining in these next 24 minutes of game time. So we're kicking off here in about 3 minutes. As you mentioned, Christ Peoria comes in as the reigning champion of this tournament, and they have really done a lot more winning again this year, coming with a record of 27-3. Have really played incredibly well so far this weekend, won all of their games by at least 27 points, and are, really riding a nice wave of momentum coming into this game tonight. On the other side, St. Paul Rochelle has also played extremely well this weekend, season record of 40-2, and played a close game yesterday in the semifinals against Nashville Oakville, but outside of that has really handed it to their opponents as well. Both of these teams play great quality team defense. Neither team is allowing more than 29 points per game, and they've both been able to score the ball as well. Peoria a little better than Rochelle. 61 points per game for Christ Peoria and only 48 for St. Paul Rochelle. Keys of the game, I think, Rye. Christ Peoria keeping things moving quick, not letting Rochelle set up any defense, and keep spreading the wealth as they've done all weekend. They have 4 players averaging between 8 and 12 points per game, and I expect to see that continue today. On the other side, St. Paul Rochelle is really led by number 40, who's going to be in red today, Brody Bruns. He's averaging 19 points per game so far this weekend, one of the leading scorers in the tournament. He's really going to have a big game tonight if Rochelle wants to come out on top and take home that 2023 boys basketball state champion banner you see hanging on the wall.
So, Peter, this is a rematch from a couple weeks ago at the Christ Peoria tournament, where Peoria defeated Rochelle 75-42.
And that's really indicative of how Christ Peoria has played their whole season. They are a strong, well-rounded, complete basketball team, and that score shows it. Beating the number 2 seed in the state tournament by 33 points is impressive, to say the least.
So Peter, they're actually the 2-time defending champions because there wasn't a tournament in 2021, but they have won 4 of the last 5 state tournaments. And to be honest, with the way things are looking and how things have progressed so far, it is looking like a three-peat is on its way.
I find it hard to disagree with you there.
Let's go down to PA dress announcer Eric Young
evening.
with tonight's starting lineups.
On behalf of the Lutheran Sports Association of Illinois, I would like to welcome you to St. Peter Lutheran School in Arlington Heights, and to this, the boys' state championship game for Illinois. We would also like to welcome our guests from around the world watching us on the internet at www.luthsports.org. Before we begin, we ask that all participants and spectators conduct themselves in a God-pleasing manner before, during, and after the basketball game. The LSA Sportsmanship Award will be presented this weekend to the school whose behaviors of its players, coaches, and fans best demonstrate Christian sportsmanship. And now, let's meet the teams. This championship game features the guests on the scoreboard, the Crusaders from St. Paul in Rochelle. And the home team on the scoreboard, the Comets from Christ Lutheran in Peoria. First, let's meet the guests, the Crusaders. St. Paul comes to us with a record of 40 wins and 2 losses. They are the champions of the Meridian Conference Tournament, the St. John's Eagle Lombard Tournament, the Rockford Lutheran Black Friday Shootout, the Cross Lutheran 23rd Annual Tip-Off Tournament, the 12th Annual Emmanuel Belvedere Chick-fil-A Classic, and the Fox Valley Lutheran Conference. Here in this tournament, their tournament road features victories against Holy Cross Collinsville, Unity East St. Louis, and TSJ ILS Nashville Oakville. Let's meet the Crusaders. First, the non-starters. Number 13, Austin Hartnett. Number 21, Owen Carmichael. Number 22, Tyson Carmichael. Number 24, Tyler Johnson. Number 33, Eli Switzer. Number 41, Aiden Carmichael. And now the starters for St. Paul. At a guard, 7th grader, 5 feet 0 inches, number 5, Cohen Haight. At another guard, number 23, a 6th grader, 5 feet 4 inches, Braxton Bruns. Forward, number 34, 8th grader, 5 feet 6 inches tall, John Chadwick. Number 35, another forward, 8th grader, 6 feet 1 inches tall, Warren Switzer. And finally, another forward, number 40, 6'3", 8th grader, Brody Bruns. The Crusaders are coached by Ryan Haight. And now, the Comets from Christ Lutheran. They come to us with a record of 27 wins and 3 losses. They are the champions of the Central Illinois Lutheran Conference and the 73rd Annual Christ Lutheran Invitational Tournament. Their tournament road features victories against Rockford Lutheran, Emmanuel Palatine, and St. John's Redbud. Let's meet the Comet non-starters. Number 4, Brian Nicholson. Number 11, Lawrence Alexander. Number 12, Lawson Somerville. Number 13, Demario Weldy. Number 20, Camden Knox-Reed. And number 32, Quentin Matthews. And now, starting lineup for the Comets. A guard, 8th grader, 5 feet 6 inches tall, number 1, Jaden Williams. Another guard, 7th grader, 5 feet 7 inches tall, number 3, Nigel Moore. At a forward, 8th grader, 5 feet 10 inches tall, number 5, Jaden Bennett. Center, 6 feet 1 inches tall, 7th grader, number 15, Kaylin Hardy. And finally, a forward, number 23, standing 6 feet even, 7th grader, Anthony Moore. The Comets are coached by Terry Mooney Jr., assisted by Terry Mooney Sr. and Marcus Somerville. As we've done with every game this weekend, we're going to begin this game with a word of prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for guiding us safely to this point in the weekend. Be with us here today during this championship game. Be with the players and give them the strength to do their best. Also, be with the coaches, referees, officials, and fans during the course of this game. Help us all to display integrity and the highest level of Christian sportsmanship. In your name we pray, amen. Let's play some championship basketball.
First of all, this game is brought to you by Dale Bushman Trucking. Dale Bushman Trucking from Berlin, Wisconsin. We'd like to shout out all of our fans watching all around the world. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Peoria, Rochelle, Illinois, all over watching this championship game, Peter. Comets in the all-white, Crusaders in the all-red. And starting for the Comets, Jaden Williams, Nigel Moore, Jaden Bennett, Kalen Hardy, and Anthony Moore. And for the Crusaders, Cohen Haight, Braxton Bruns, Jackson Brovelli, John Chadwick, and Brody Bruns. 8th grade boys state championship. Peter, are you ready?
I am certainly ready, Rye. Let's get this started.
And here we go. Good. You're going to see a lot of Bruns early, and right away a turnover, and then a turnover right back at you. Bruns takes it all the way up, and good. Brody Bruns with a quick layup, and they'll put them up on top 2-0. And the other side, missed shot attempt. Brody Bruns with the rebound, and Cohen Haight for 3 at the top of the key, doesn't get it. I was going to say this pace of play.
Talk about a pace to start the game.
Almost a turnover. Nice strong take, no good. Ball gets tipped away, and the ball is gathered by the Crusaders.
It looks like we might have ourselves a track meet. Right. So far, the way these first 45 seconds have started.
And a turnover on by the Crusaders. Wide open layup up and good by number 3, Nigel Moore.
And that's what Peoria wants to do all game long. They want to pressure you, they want to get live ball turnovers, and they want to get easy breakouts for easy layups.
The Comets are a very young team, a very poor pass, with 3 of their starters being 7th graders. So this is a team that we expect to see a lot of over the next couple of years, Peter. Yeah. I mean, what's the difference than it was the last couple of years? I mean,
like you said, 4 out of the last 5 championship games have been won by the team in white. And to your point, I would expect that run to continue of championship appearances here this year and the next and the following years after that.
Nice pass down low. It gets blocked. Schweitzer tells him not today.
Good interior defense there, staying strong by St. Paul. They gave up some penetration, but didn't give up an easy look and keep the ball out of the bucket here so far for Peoria.
Just watching Peter, Peoria wants to push. 3-point attempt is no good. But if they can get one and done situations like that, the Crusaders have a chance. Bruns takes it all the way to the hole, up and good.
And if Brody Bruns can continue to do that all game, I would definitely say that the Crusaders have a good shot at staying in this game and competing. 4 early points there for number 40 in red.
3-point attempt for number 3, Nigel Moore, is no good. And it gets over to Schweitzer. And Bruns all the way. Great. That'd be a great throw for a left fielder. But in that situation, when he had his brother underneath the basket, that's what you call an overthrow.
It was the right idea. He had his brother on a, open half court, just overthrew it a little bit.
Shot attempt is no good, and one and done. And then Schweitzer almost loses it.
Yeah, so far.
Bruns bails, and Bruns throws it to the other team. And we're gonna have a foul on the shot. Nope.
Gonna be a travel first, it looks like. So we have played 2.5 minutes of basketball, right? And we have 7 turnovers between the 2 teams already. 5 of them on Rochelle.
And they're winning.
Well, the 2 possessions that didn't turn the ball over, they have made layups by Brody Bruns. So could be three in a row here.
Bruns, why are you a jinx like that, Peter?
It's been all day. I'm not trying to do it. I'm just trying to do my job.
3-point attempt for Jaden Williams, long. Schweitzer dominating the boards now with 3 rebounds early on. 6-2 rebounding advantage so far in this game for the Crusaders.
Yeah, Rochelle's doing a good job crashing the boards defensively.
Chadwick long for 2, no good. I really like Warren Schweitzer out there, really working hard on that rebounded end. but we're going to have a foul on the over the back there as Kalen Hardy's able to gather the rebound.
Yeah, got a little too aggressive on that rebound. Going to come away with a foul because of it. But hey, we like to see the aggression. You like to see the aggression. Just doing wonders on the defensive glass. We can translate that into the offensive boards as well.
The challenging part, though, is for Rochelle, they play 5 kids. Right, Ryan Haight does not go into the bench at all. So we'll see if Peoria is able to foul trouble.
Oh, good action there to get an open corner jumper.
Jaden Bennett hits the corner shot, and the game is tied now at 4-4.
Great design, though.
Cohen Haight takes it 1-on-4. Cohen Haight banks it in. The 5 foot and change 7th grader with a huge shot. 3-point attempt is long. And this is not what I expected to start this game off, Peter.
Rochelle is doing a good job of dealing with the pressure for the most part here. So we're going to see a timeout for Christ Peoria.
Mooney wants a 30-second timeout.
Energy is high right now for the team in red. You can hear it permeating through the stands. They've done a good job. Outside of those 5 turnovers, they've been able to get to the hoop. Bruns has 2 layups. Haight made a great take to the hoop there. Battled through that press. Christ Peoria's press is where they get all of their energy from throughout the game. That turns into easy offensive possessions, turns into easy layups.
But when you're not connecting, Peter, when you're 2 for 11 from the floor, that is a recipe for disaster.
That is definitely what's ailing them right now. But if they are to get more steals on this press, more shots, law of averages means they're going to have to knock down some here as we go through the rest of this first quarter. Rochelle can take care of the ball and limit those opportunities. And
a turnover right off the bat. And that ball gets tipped away and it's going to stay with the Comets.
Another announcer jinx. That's 2 in a row.
But I mean, even that pass was a poor pass, Peter. He threw it to nobody. I mean, I'm sorry. He did throw it to somebody. He threw it to a Comet player.
Let's see if Christ Peoria can get a clean look here on this possession.
And that we have a turnover on that side. Again, and I don't know if it's the nerves, but I've seen this Rochelle team play in person. And Brody Bruns is as good as advertised.
Defender, wow. And from a defensive standpoint in the half court, Christ Peoria is playing a straight up man-on-man. So they are going to make...
Schweitzer takes it hard to the hole, and we're going to have a foul on the shot. But I think that one's going to be at number 15. And it is, so that's going to be Kalen Hardy's first.
Yep.
Team's first.
To my point before the foul, they're going to make you beat them one-on-one in the defensive half court. They're going to play
like
man-to-man.
Me personally, one-on-one?
Yes, you personally one-on-one.
I don't have my basketball shoes on though, Peter.
I don't think it would matter.
As Warren Schweitzer hits his first free throw attempt.
Wouldn't matter if you're wearing dress shoes or basketball shoes.
Schweitzer hits both. Actually, I'm wearing blue Nikes today. I probably get on the court with those. 8-4 is your score. Rochelle with the early lead. Long shot attempt is good. Nice touch by Anthony Moore.
And again, dealing with this pressure is going to be the storyline of the whole game.
What a defensive effort. Somehow Bruns is able to gather it. Bruns, we're going to have a travel. Actually, though, Peter, going back to, I am wearing blue and white Nikes, just the same as Peoria Christ. I probably could, and they have 3 kids that are taller than me. I could probably go on the court right now.
Yeah,
I shaved my beard, too.
You're going to have to earn your playing time with these kids. They all might be better ball players than you.
And we're going to have a foul on the floor, and it looks like that is going to be a number 23, Braxton Bruns.
But to your point, you mentioned Rochelle doesn't go deep in their bench very often, and only 2 fouls so far, 5 minutes in this game. That's a good sign if you are Coach Haight. You really can't get into foul trouble if you don't want to go in that 4-person bench you got.
So we'll see how Peoria Christ deals with adversity. Being down, they haven't sniffed being down all tournament. 3-point attempt is no good, and here's the other aspect. I am surprised with the rebounding advantage. Bruns for 3 at the top of the key, off the back of the rim.
Yeah, no, the Crusaders are doing a great job at limiting offensive possessions. And
3-point attempt for Anthony Moore. Doesn't get that. And we're going to have an over-the-back violation on number 1, Jaden Williams. Brody Bruns with 3 rebounds early on. 8-4 rebound advantage for the Crusaders.
And you made the point that, you know, you're going to have to knock down shots to win this game. Peoria still hasn't been able to get into a rhythm offensively. Only 3 makes in 12 attempts so far in this quarter.
So they're trying to do everything to Bruns. We're going to foul on the reach. I think that's going to be on number 3, Nigel Moore.
It's the right play by Moore there, though. You don't want to leave your teammate in Anthony Moore alone on the block with Bruns. Got to get a good dig down, try and see if you can get the ball. You got a little arm there. That's why the ref blew the whistle.
Brody Bruns is so strong. Takes it. We're going to have a traveling violation first. Good take, though. I mean, that was a good look.
Just one too many steps beforehand.
I gotta say, Peter, this is probably the lowest score you're gonna see at this level, at this pace.
Oh,
this has been a fast-paced game.
The lowest scoring first quarter of a Peoria game all year, I'd have to bet.
I think they're slowing things down, working for one shot.
A little elevator play up at the top of the key.
The elevator was stuck in the lobby in that one. And it goes back to the Crusaders.
Good play design there, put in by Coach Moody.
We have a quick substitution here.
You got an open look out of it. Just shot was a little off.
Number 11, Lawrence Alexander, the 5'7" 7th grader, checks in for the first time in the game. Got 8 seconds to go. The Crusaders want to get a basket right before the end of the quarter.
Well, they're running out of time to do so.
Bruns at the buzzer, long 3 and just a little bit short. And I gotta be honest, Peter, do we have an upset brewing?
No, we got a long ways to go before we can start determining if that's a real possibility or not. But so far, St. Paul Rochelle has shown they belong in this game and shown that they are ready to compete and fight and claw for that banner hanging on the wall still.
Peter, going back, I'm just watching this action. When I played, going back to 1999, I don't remember going up against anybody that was 6 feet tall. And we have 4 kids on the court between both teams that are higher than they're taller than 6'2". So I gotta be honest, this matchup, how often does Peoria Christ get matched up against someone that can match the height advantage?
Their size? Probably not that often in this age group. But they. I'm sure we'll be able to figure out a way to get around that height advantage they usually have not being there today. Honestly, though, like you said, you made the point early on in the first quarter, hard to win games, can't make shots. 3 of 14 in the first quarter. I heard Coach Mooney talking about bringing the ball into the paint there in that huddle between the quarters.
That was a very passionate
request to stop shooting from the outside, and I agree. Peoria can still, even with the size of Rochelle, can still get shots at the rim. And I think if they focus on that shooting percentage is going to go right back up.
So Comets with the ball to start off the second quarter. They're trying to get something going offensively. And Brody Bruns, the basket is good by Anthony Moore. But even so, that was a great defensive effort by Brody Bruns. Unfortunately, it was too good a defensive effort as the air ball landed right in Anthony Moore's hands.
And Bruns contesting that shot out at the free throw line meant he wasn't under the hoop to fight for a board, and no one boxed out Anthony Moore in his place.
Anthony Moore, 1 for 5 from the free throw line so far in this tournament. Make that 1 for 6. This team is really struggling from the free throw line now, 10 for 26 in the tournament.
That could be an issue if this game is close late, Ryan.
Tie game, Cohen Haight with the long 3, no good. Kalen Hardy with the rebound, and we're going to have looks like he stepped out of bounds as the Crusaders have their first substitution in the game as number 33, Eli Schweitzer will check in as Warren just picked up his second foul.
Fourth turnover there for Christ Peoria versus 8 still for Rochelle. They have as many points as turnovers, and they are still tied here early on in the second.
For those watching from home, we did not expect 12 turnovers so far early on in this game. Rebound by Jaden Bennett.
But that's what Christ Peoria's defense does to you.
Nice. Anthony Moore with the can't get it.
And this is what we were talking about the first quarter. Rochelle did a great job limiting possessions to 1 shot. They have not done that so far in the second.
Jaden Williams missed it, but Anthony Moore is taking over this game, Peter. Anthony Moore with the offensive rebound, put back and good, and he's going to go to the line for 1.
And that follows with just what I was saying a second ago. That was 2 offensive rebounds. First one was a miss. Anthony Moore rebounded the second chance, third chance converted. Now has a chance to make it a 3-point play here out the free throw.
Anthony hits his free throw. Anthony Moore with 7 points in this game.
And you mentioned that Schweitzer was subbed out there a possession ago. He has 2 fouls. So that's something else to monitor. Now St. Paul down to only 1 of their 2 in their front court.
So Brian Nicholson just checks in the game for the Comets. And Bruns falls down. Cohen hates saying that we're going to have a foul on the reach-in with number 4, Brian Nicholson, who just checked in the game.
I think that there was a timeout called before the foul, looks like.
Peter, why are you correcting me?
I'm just here to give the right information to the people watching at home. That timeout, I think, is a great call by Coach Haight. Calm his team back down. It's a 3-point game. We are.
Hey. You guys can't help. You're right.
We have water spilled on the bench. After last weekend's delay period that we dealt with, I'm glad it's just water.
Back to my point, though. St. Paul Rochelle is only down 3. We're a minute in the second quarter. Haven't been able to get anything to fall to start, and they're losing the battle on the boards. They've given up 3 offensive rebounds already in a minute and 5 seconds in the second quarter.
Peter, I think I'm a little extra on a foul because it looks like it's only 4-3 on the board. Sorry, I think we're good now. We had a brief delay there.
Can go walk over to the official scorers table and get it corrected at halftime if you need me to.
Braxton over to Chadwick.
And again, this pressure forcing St. Paul away from the hoop.
Bruns with the layup up and good. Brody Bruns now with 6 points in the game, and back and forth we go. Comets only up 1 now at 11-10.
Cohen Haight did a great job of maintaining control of the ball there.
3-pointer for Nicholson, and just like the others, can't convert on the 3-pointer. And then the ball gets tipped away, and it's going to stay with the Crusaders. Nigel Moore is going to check back in the game.
That was great recovery speed there by Kalen Hardy. Looked like a cornerback catching up to a receiver. Great closing speed.
I mean,
really
6'1", 7th grader. He's going to be 6'7" by the time he's at the high school. How many 6'7" cornerbacks do you see with that speed, Peter?
How many 6'7" people in general do you see with that speed? As we see an errant pass
almost foul, and then
is saved.
Somehow, we're going to have a foul there.
Well, that turned out about as well as it could have for St. Paul on that possession. Somehow they kept it in bounds and drew a foul out of it.
So that foul is going to be on Anthony Moore, his first, team's 4th. And 4:08 to go in this first half. Peoria leads Rochelle 11-10.
And Rochelle's
wide open underneath the basket and long. Brody Bruns outmans Anthony Moore. Brody Bruns, have yourself a game, and it puts the Crusaders back up on top 12-11.
Said he was going to have to big game for Rochelle to compete here, and he has started that and been hot all game so far with 8 points.
Anthony Moore right back at you, in and out. Offensive rebound by number 4, Brian Nicholson, and it looks like he's going to go to the free throw line for, well, actually, no, we're going to call it on the floor.
That one's going to be on
Chadwick. Got a substitution is number 1. Jaden Williams is going to check back into the game.
Gotta say though, I really like the mid-range jumper there from Anthony Moore. He was able to knock down one earlier in the game, but it's a very smooth release as we've seen him on play right for him.
Moore is so good. Again, we might as well just say it's the Anthony Moore versus Brody Bruns game, because Anthony Moore has 9 points, Brody Bruns has 8, and the rest of the team has combined on both sides with 4-point sheets. Jadwick's going to, we're going to have a 3-second violation.
Turnover number 9 for the Crusaders.
So again, still surprised on the low scoringness of this game, but also the sloppiness on Peoria's side. And as I was saying, sloppiness on Peoria's side.
5th turnover of the game for the Comets. See if St. Paul Rochelle can retake the lead.
Bruns open for 3 at the top of the key. Short on that. Offensive rebound is no good. And nice look up by Nigel Moore. But it gets blocked by Brody Bruns. Tells him not today. And somehow, some way, a lot of stuff going on here, Peter.
I haven't had a chance to get a word in yet.
Jaden Williams. We're gonna have a 3-second violation. So Peter, to recap, it finished with a 3-second, but it started with a great rebound by Nigel Moore. Got off the court. Jaden Williams missed a wide open free throw, a layup.
Yep.
Somewhere in there, Brody Bruns had a not today block.
And an emphatic rejection. Yes. It's like a track meet just trying to commentate when Christ Peoria is playing.
And then Cohen Haight, and we're gonna have a. It looks like the ball's gonna stay with the Crusaders as Cohen Haight loses it, but the Comets were able to retain possession on that ball.
Inches away from the 10th turnover of the game for the Crusaders. Lucky to maintain possession again. They've gotten lucky a couple times, and they're really having a hard time inbounding from the side.
Almost over the back for Bruns. Haight with the nice and there's a turnover again.
And there's number 10.
Moore to a wide open Nigel Moore for a layup, and good. And the lead is now up to 3 at 15-12, and the pressure picks up right away.
And that's how quick turnovers can turn into transition buckets for the Comets. One bad pass leads to 2 easy points and an uncontested layup for Nigel Moore.
Look at that. Bruns takes a 1-on-3. The left-hand hook is no good. Williams is pushing, and they got numbers. Nice pass to Anthony Moore, and he is so good. Pierre, I'm just looking at how has he only been averaging 8 points a game this tournament? Because he has 11 in the first half, and he's taken it right on Bruns.
I don't really have an answer for that because I'm trying to figure it out myself, Fry. That's shocking, and he's looked like all tournament caliber player so far in this first half.
And the ball gets stolen away. Nigel Moore's got numbers. Nigel Moore, instead of passing, he decides to take it himself. And the lead is now up to 7 at 19-12.
And this pace still favors the Comets. And now
Braxton Bruns to his brother Brody, and he's going to get blocked. Anthony Moore tells him not today, and he's going to take it all the way, and we're going to foul. And it almost looked like we were going to have a quick throwdown. But you know what? It's 8th grade Lutheran basketball. We're not going to have a throwdown today.
It's the first stoppage in play in like a minute and a half of game time. And that entire minute and a half just was Christ Peoria getting a stop on the defensive side and running down for a layup.
And we're going to have a quick timeout. I think this one is going to be on, well.
I think Rochelle called that one.
You want to keep correcting me, Peter.
You didn't have an answer at the time.
I didn't have it. No, you're right.
Correct.
You're right.
I was just providing color commentary. That's what I'm here for. So I'm going to go ahead and assume I have not watched all 30 games previous to this that Christ Peoria has played, but this is probably a microcosm of what their games have looked like. They get turnovers and stops on the defensive end. They sprint down the court, outrun the other team, and get layups. They've had 6 buckets, in the second quarter, all of them in the paint. 2 of those have come off of second chance opportunities from normal possessions. The last 4 have all been transition buckets. They have broken this game open here in the last moments of the second quarter by getting stops and turnovers on the defensive end and just getting runouts. We've seen all of their players, all 5 on the court, are extremely quick off the ball and extremely quick to go from defense to offense.
So, I mean, the other part too, like, so continuing off your point, Peter, they have 72 two-point field goals so far in this, going into this game. So averaging 24 two-pointers per game versus 3 threes. So, I mean, again, that's what you're seeing with this group. They just want to go.
Maybe Coach Mooney was onto something with that between quarter conversation of going more to the paint and stop relying on the threes.
I gotta say, it was a rather passionate, to be honest. Anthony, who came in this game again, like I was saying, 1 for 5 from the free throw line so far in this tournament. He's 2 for 3 so far in this game.
Made his last 2. Can make this a 9-point game with just under a minute to go in the first half.
They're on a 9-0 run, make that 10-0 run, and the lead is 9 at 21-12.
Rochelle needs some positive on the offensive end here in these last 55 seconds of the first half to get that momentum back and remind them they're still in this game.
Three-pointer attempt by Braxton Bruns has got it.
Just what the doctor ordered, right?
And the doctor ordered a little bit of case of Bruns. And the lead is cut down to 6 now at 21-15. Anthony Moore takes it right and then loses it. Cohen Haight with the fancy behind the back pass, and Brody up to Chadwick, and then Hardy with the steal. And now Anthony Moore is leading the numbers. Anthony Moore we're going to have a foul on the shot. Nice vision with getting up to Jaden Williams.
This is the second time Kalen Hardy has made an incredible steal chasing down someone open on the block. That was like a instant replay of the play we were talking about before. Then ended up him being out of bounds, but still, closing speed.
So
impressive.
That foul is on Braxton Bruns, his 3rd, team 7th. So Braxton Bruns and Warren Schweitzer both in foul trouble, but they are going to put Warren Schweitzer back on the court. But as Jaden Williams misses the first free throw, now 1 for 3 in this tournament.
Like Schweitzer just checked back in.
Yep, so he's got 2 fouls, so he has to be careful.
Be very careful these last 20 seconds. A big loss to have 2 of your 5 starters with 3 fouls at halftime.
Jaden hits the 2nd free throw, and we're going to have a timeout, 30-second timeout, Comets.
I assume Coach Mooney takes this timeout to set up a different pressure set in these this out-of-bounds play.
And really, I mean, the Comets only with 14 fouls have a little bit of wiggle room here.
Yeah, a lot of room to work with, and you've shown St. Paul Rochelle a specific press, just man-to-man all half. If they come out in a diamond, they come out in a 1-2-2, something different. Rochelle may not know how to respond, and they might be able to get an easy steal and a quick bucket out of it. On the other side, if I'm Coach Haight, work through the pressure, get a good look, and these last 20 seconds on a high note with a bucket. You can have this deficit being, 4 or 5 points going into halftime, and that is a huge win for the Crusaders if they can keep this deficit down to that low, based on how we talked about how that first meeting went.
So 20.3 seconds to go in the first half. Comets lead Crusaders by 7, 22-15. And again, you've got Nigel Moore all over Brody Bruns. Haight takes it all the way and he's getting fouled. And boy, we could have a little. that thing almost rolled in, Peter.
That would have been an impressive finish by the smallest guy in the court.
So Jaden Williams just picked up his 2nd foul. Cohen Haight, the 5'7" 7th grader, hasn't attempted a free throw so far in this tournament, but Rochelle's a fantastic free throw shooting team. Hits the first free throw, and the lead is down to 6, 22-16.
They have to get a stop here, though. Make or miss here on the Haight free throw. They can't give up an easy bucket.
Haight misses the 2nd, runs with the offensive rebound, somehow misses that as Kalen Hardy's able to gather it. 6 seconds to go as Jaden Bennett brings it up. 3-point attempt, in and out. Anthony Moore, though, oh my gosh.
That would have been an emphatic exclamation point.
What in the world? How did that? What a first half of play, Peter.
An exciting, entertaining 12 minutes of basketball. We saw runs by both teams. We saw, Christ Peoria flex their muscles a little bit midway through that 2nd quarter. Nice, solid response by the Crusaders from St. Paul Rochelle. All in all, we have a 6-point game with 12 minutes left to determine the 2023 LSA Boys Basketball State Champion.
Again, Peter, I got to be honest. I did not expect. I wasn't expecting a close game, and this is way better than advertised.
I am pleasantly surprised myself.
So, all right, well, Peter and I will be back here, give or take, I don't know, 5 minutes and 24 seconds or so. Maybe 5 minutes, 27 seconds, give or take. So we'll be back here in just a couple minutes with some halftime stats.
We celebrate all of the wonderful things God is doing at Concordia University Chicago. This year, we're introducing a new 4-year nursing degree in a state-of-the-art new space. We're celebrating 100 years of choral music at Concordia. We're cheering on world-class athletes. We're standing strong in our faith. Join together as a community on Thursday, March 23rd in supporting students at CUC's Annual Day of Giving. Share a gift to your favorite area of the university. Make a difference in Concordia Chicago students' lives. Together, we rise.
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 Everyone has a calling. You're given signs you can't ignore. It's God's way of telling you that you have purpose, potential, that you have so much more to give. Everyone has a calling to follow where God leads, to use the gifts He gave you so that you can make a profound impact on the world. But there comes a time to turn that purpose into action. The time is now to follow God's call at Concordia University Chicago, a university fueled by faith in our Savior, Jesus Christ, where opportunities outside campus abound, where faculty and staff are invested in the whole you. And our Christian worldview goes far beyond the textbook, instilling values that matter: faith, service, excellence, integrity, values that reveal purpose and meaning and lead to opportunities you may not even know exist. So listen to that calling and let us amplify it, so you can explore all that God has in store for you, what you were created to do. You just have to answer the call.
And we're back live at the half of the boys' championship of the 2023 Illinois State Basketball Tournament. Again, my name is Ryan Roth. I'm doing your play-by-play along with Peter Roth, and that was a that was a very interesting first half of play, Peter.
Very much a similar sight to what we saw earlier today with the championship girls game, where we kind of thought that the reigning champion was going to hold their, or retain their title pretty handily. And in that game, Nashville Oakville got a good fight from Christ Peoria, and in this game, Christ Peoria is getting a great fight from St. Paul Rochelle.
So leading the way for scorers at the half is Anthony Moore with 11 points. Nigel Moore, that's for the Comets. Nigel Moore had 6, Jaden Bennett had 2, and Jaden Williams with a free throw. And for the Comets, it was Brody Bruns with 8, Cohen Haight and Braxton Bruns with 3, and Warren Schweitzer with a deuce. But no, I mean, very, very fascinating first half of play. But mainly, Peter, on the turnover side, it just felt like a very sloppy first half of play.
Yeah, between the two teams, we saw 18 turnovers, 11 for the Crusaders from St. Paul Rochelle and 7 from Christ Peoria. A lot of those 11 turnovers for the Crusaders were at the hands of Christ Peoria's full court pressure. That's how they play defense. That's how they've always played defense under Coach Mooney. 90 feet of in-your-face, on-ball, one-on-one defense, and all 5 players on the court at any time for the Comets are great one-on-one defenders. Then the other side, Christ Peoria has been a little sloppy in the half court, and they've been a little sloppy trying to get breakouts off of turnovers. They've thrown the ball away a couple times when they're trying to run. when successful, they had an 8-0 run there at the end of the second quarter, strictly off of those breakouts, as they were finally getting turnovers, getting rebounds, and just getting out and going.
So let's see if they can recover from the slappy first half.
Well, the other thing is to make shots, too. Like you mentioned, we talked about, Christ Peoria is 9 of 29 from the field in the first half, 0 of 8 from 3. They shot a little better in the second quarter. They were 6 of 15 from the field as opposed to 3 of 14 in that first quarter. But if they can keep getting runouts and open layups, that percentage again is going to go back up.
I really do feel as if the way things keep going, Peter, I really think Peoria is going to win by about 11 to 12 points. I feel like that's kind of where the direction this game is going. But you know, if Bruns hits a couple shots, you know, who knows? But
that and Braxton Bruns and Warren Schweitzer need to make sure they stay on the court here in this second half, because they'll be vital for their team's success.
All right, starting the second half for the Comets are the starters: Williams, Moore, Bennett, Hardy, and Moore. And for the Comets, the starters: Haight, Bruns, Chadwick, Schweitzer, and Bruds. Second half, last game of the season for Illinois State. Bruns with the left-hand hook shot, no good, and Anthony Moore rips down another rebound.
It's a good look though for Bruns.
Moore with a nice pass to it. Wow, what a play to Nigel Moore, and just like that, the lead is up to 8.
Great backdoor cut there by Nigel Moore. Even better pass from the high post by Anthony Moore. He does some serious damage from the high post.
And then again, Bruns throws it away, and Hardy with another strong defensive ad, and we're going to have a sloppy turnover on Brody Bruns.
And they'll foul the boot with it after turning the ball over. That's a few times we've seen Rochelle try and go over the top of this Christ Peoria defense with a lob, and it is not working. Christ Peoria's recovery speed has been incredibly fast. That's the third steal now that Kalen Hardy has. He has been lightning quick on the defensive end. That's something they got to stop doing here as the second half
Peter, I also
continues.
just realized that I am in Peoria colors. I'm wearing a blue Old National Bank long sleeve shirt, which, by the way, if you didn't know, Old National Bank is now the proud sponsor of the Big Ten. Those for you in Illinois watching. Nice block, but Anthony Moore gets the rebound, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2.
Good way to stay with it by Anthony Moore. Got blocked on the first one by Bruns.
So
got
Bruns
his own rebound.
Picked 2 fouls up real quick. But, you know, the one thing about Bruns is it happened twice now. He had 2 not today blocks, but unfortunately went right back into the player's hands, which resulted in free throw attempts.
Yeah.
Anthony Moore converts on the first. He's got 12 now in the game, and the lead is up to 9 at 25-16.
He's done a great job of converting at the free throw line so far this game as well. You mentioned he came in only 1 of 5 in the tournament, but he's knocked them all down today.
In and out. I mean, you are absolutely the worst person, Peter. Just the absolute announcer jinx like no other.
It's a gift.
Oh, my goodness. Moore with the steal, and Bruns with the foul, and the basket is go. Bruns now has picked up 3 fouls in 30 seconds.
It's a nightmare turn of events for
Speaking of 30 seconds, Dale Bushman Trucking can get to your house in 30 seconds. Bruns is going to take a seat on the bench with foul trouble as Nigel Morris can go to the free throw line for 1. Short on the free throw.
And the big note there is now Bruns is out of the game for the Crusaders. Who steps up on the offensive side?
But he's also just very frustrated now too, Peter. And we're going to have actually a jump ball possession arrow Comets.
It's another turnover for the Crusaders, number 14 on the game. Credit to the Comets so far for being aggressive on the defensive end and coming out and really trying to hit that kill shot, you know, in this third quarter to really put this one out of reach.
Again, they're trying to get it to Hardy. And we're going to have a 3-second violation. Actually, I really like this referee's 3-second call. He gets really low to the ground. Low, low, low.
I don't think anyone on the court would know the reference to that song.
I know, I'm sorry.
Just to date you a little bit.
And Braxton Bruns almost throws it into bleachers.
Solid tap dancing there by Chadwick to keep it in bounds. Tiptoeing.
And Cohen hate. I did not hate that one. What a beautiful three.
I think that
Cuts lead down to 8 again. And then we're going to have a foul on the shot as John Chadwick. It looks like he's going to get whistled for the foul. He's definitely not Little John. That's the low reference, Peter. Actually, that foul is going to be on Eli Schweitzer.
We see the free throw off a little bit there by Jaden Williams. Christ Peoria has done nothing but attack the rim so far in the second half, which is exactly what we said they needed to do to maintain the lead. And what they did in the second quarter, they was successful. They went to the rim, whether it be on steals and breakaways or on their offense after offensive rebounds. So props to them for keeping up with that recipe for success.
So Jaden Williams now one for 4 from the free throw line as he misses both. Cohen Haight, the 7th grader, with 6 points in this game, and he's going to have to do it all himself with Bruns on the bench, and it hits every part of that rim.
I thought that one was about to go down.
Anthony Moore outsprints everybody.
It's impressive ball handling there by the
3-point attempt is good. And finally, the Comets hit an outside shot, and we're going to have an injury timeout as it looks like he's shaken up after that one. Peter, did you see?
I did not see what happened there. Looked like he might have just gotten the
So it looks like
wind knocked out of him.
Bruns is shaken up after that one. So Aiden Carmichael is going to check in for the first time in this game. So 8-3 run. Yeah, I did see what happened, Peter.
Well, either way, it's a 3 for Christ Peoria, and the lead is back up to 11 as it was before the Haight 3.
Haight is trying to do it all himself there right now.
I mean, to be fair, he's not doing a terrible job of...
And we're going to have a traveling violation.
Haight is doing a good job of defending possession and not letting the press beat him. He is taking care of the ball.
And they need to get Brody back on the court.
Yeah.
Okay, as a reminder, our YouTube channel is Luth Sports TV. All games will be uploaded after LBAA Nationals on March 26th. That includes you, Frank, living in Talladega. Whoever wants to watch this beautiful broadcast and this fantastic 2 teams, we'd love to have you. And we have a block on the shot. And it looks like, who was that one on, Peter? Was that on?
34.
34.
Chadwick.
John Chadwick. So 5 team fouls so far in this second half.
Yeah, early on. 5-0 in terms of fouls, and that's really an indictment of the way that Christ Peoria has been playing as we get
Jaden Bennett converts on the first of 2 free throws.
And to convert that.
Braxton Bruns recovers after that injury we had.
But Christ Peoria has gone to the hoop every possession, and they're drawing fouls, beating, Rochelle off the dribble now in the second half. So look for that to continue moving through the second half.
So Bennett was the team's leading scorer through 3 games. Nice effort by Schweitzer, able to track that down. And finally, able to get up to Braxton Bruns. Brody's struggling with Brody with the left hand, no good. Brody gets his own shot, and we're going to have a Peter, what was a turnover?
Step out of bounds. Yep.
Brody is getting frustrated.
And that should be credit to Christ Peoria's defense and the full court man-to-man pressure they play. It's frustrating to play against when you have someone in your face for 24 straight minutes. And that is what they've been doing so far as we see a nice little step back off the front rim.
No good.
For Nigel Moore.
Yeah, they're getting really good looks. You can see that they're really breaking down the Comets so far.
Things are starting to open up.
3-point attempt by Braxton Bruns, no good. Hardy is just so, and he probably got fouled 6 times while getting there, but misses the layup. And now we're going to get the sloppy foul on the backside.
Only the first foul of the half, though, for the Comets.
The thing is, though, Peter, the game's not over. right? You can watch how, as Hardy was bringing the ball up, they were slapping the entire way.
You're right. You're right.
And just like the first half, it's a slappy second half too.
It's just keeping composure, playing your offense, not getting frustrated by the flow of the game.
8 with the wild shot, and he throws it over the backboard. Peter, I've seen you have a couple of those shots in your time.
No, you haven't.
No? No, I'm sorry, you've never been here, so.
I didn't live in the state of Illinois, so that is true. Oh, we see a good steal.
Pass. What a play by, and we're going to have a foul on the shot as Eli Schweitzer, who comes to this game, this tournament averaging 3.7 points a game, is going to go to the free throw line for 2.
Maybe that's a little spark of momentum the Crusaders needed here in the third quarter, Ryan.
He could be the Bob Holly Sparky Plug award winner today with that effort.
Let's see if he can knock down these free throws.
He's got off the back of the rim. Again, in games like this, Peter, when you're down in a situation like this, you want to press, right? You want to do more things. You want to, but also you just have to let the game come to you. Yeah. As Eli converts on the second, leads down to 11.
No need to rush. You got a lot of game time left. You need to play the game you played in the first half when you were winning for a majority of it.
And we're gonna have a foul on the shot as Jaden Bennett had a really nice take to the rim. But you can tell with just body language, right? Look at the faces of the Crusaders players. They're really, down on themselves. And to be honest, they just lost this team a couple weeks ago by 33. And they have been there. This has been close throughout.
Yeah, they've played them strong so far. This third quarter is free throw a little short there from Bennett. This third quarter has been frustrating, I think, for the team in the fact that they only have 1 made field goal. They only have 5 field goal attempts so far through 4 minutes. And the one make was that Cohen-Hayde 3 from the left wing. So they haven't really had any cohesion on the offensive end.
But here's why the Comets have not been able to extend their lead, is that reason alone. They cannot hit from the free throw line, and we're going to have a jump ball. In this quarter, they are 2 for 9 from the free throw line, Peter.
And it's crazy that the lead hasn't changed at all in that time, which really, again, is a statement of how well the Comets have played defensively.
So Alexander's going to check back in the game.
But Rochelle, that's an opportunity to stay in this game and keep it within single digits going into the fourth quarter, as we see.
And the ball gets knocked away, and it's going to stay with the Crusaders.
Almost another turnover. But Rochelle has to start taking advantage of these opportunities with these missed free throws.
So 1:46 to go in the third quarter. Comets lead by 11. They're trying to get
again.
And we have a foul on the push on number 11, Alexander, who just checked in the game. And we have a long ways to go, Peter. And to be honest, I feel like we're going to have some free throw attempts here coming in.
Yeah, but a very foul-heavy third quarter so far, 9 between the two teams. After we didn't see that many fouls for the majority of the first half.
8 with the floater, no good. Great box out by Bruns. Bruns takes it to Anthony Morton. He's going to get fouled on the shot.
Best place St. Paul Rochelle can be right now is at the free throw line, scoring with the clock stopped.
So Anthony Moore is going to pick up his second foul. Brody Bruns, 10 for 13 so far in this tournament from the free throw line. Currently the lead scorer misses the free throw.
Got to have these free throws in a situation like this. Down 11 with the clock stopped.
4 for 7 now as a team from the free throw line in this game.
And still only 3 points in this third quarter.
4 points.
4 points.
Come on,
Probably.
Peter.
I forgot the free throw. You're right. There.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for keeping me in line.
Oh, he misses both. But Braxton Bruns is able to gather the rebound. Brody with the off-balance three-pointer short. Chadwick with the offensive rebound and good. And as I was saying, it just takes one, Peter. Excuse me, that was Schweitzer with the rebound.
Schweitzer.
And we're going to have a ball gets knocked away, and it's going to stay with the Comets. So 1:22 to go in this third quarter. Comets with the ball underneath their own basket.
Still only a 9-point game. But Rochelle's got to do a better job defensively of staying in front of the ball. They are getting beaten off the ball, and that's how Christ Peoria has drawn all these fouls.
Jaden Bennett was going to get fouled on the shot, and I think that one is going to be on Chadwick. So now Chadwick is going to pick up his third as well. So we've got some foul trouble issues now for the Crusaders.
And
Chadwick and Bruns both with 3 apiece.
The Comets will be in the bonus shooting free throws the rest of the way as well, right?
But again, they are an awful free throw shooting team. You know, so far in this game they've struggled, but as a whole in this tournament prior to this, they were 10 for 25.
And that's, again, we just mentioned the reason it is a 10-point game is they knocked down one there.
Bennett now with 4 points for the game, and the lead is back up to 10 at 32-22, and it allows them to pick up the pressure right away. Cohen Hates able to break it himself.
Still doing a good job of breaking the pressure in the front court.
Cohen Haight, the left-handed soft touch, no good. Bruns with the offensive rebound, but it gets one. No. So, Peter, I don't think anybody there's not a true rebound there because.
I don't believe so as well. Looked like a scuffle for the ball and it bounced out of bounds. Last touched by the Crusaders. Christ Peoria ball.
Brody Bruns clearly looking the crowd. We're going to have a traveling violation.
That was a carry. I believe, right?
What do I call?
You call it travel.
But he took a step before he carried. I mean,
that is the hand motion the referee made. I'm only following his lead as we see a turnover on the inbound.
The Mossing didn't work there.
Nope.
And Brody Bruns tells him not today. Nice pass. And we have a foul on as Chadwick hits Nicholson in the head. I mean, not on purpose. Just, try to block the shot again.
We can all see.
So that's going to be Chadwick. Actually, no, they gave that foul to John Chadwick. So Chadwick, Schweitzer. I don't know why I'm getting Chadwick and Schweitzer mixed up.
34-35.
Yeah, they look differently. Chadwick, Schweitzer, Bruns all with 3 fouls. Braxton Bruns with 3 fouls.
How many free throws has Peoria shot so far in this third quarter alone, right?
Okay, so after that miss, they have attempted 13 free throws and are 3 for 13 from the free throw line of this court. And we're going to have a line violation on. So on the bright side, as counting, he didn't miss the free throw.
That's true.
But that's a turnover.
That still doesn't count. Incredibly, though, this entire third quarter has been dominated by the Comets, and they've only increased the lead by 4 from the halftime score. Mainly because of the 3 for 13, 3 for 14 from the free throw line.
But it also tells you that everybody on the Crusaders is in foul trouble right now.
Yes.
As Haight, we're going to have
as nobody is getting open on the Crusaders side of things.
And he throws the ball away.
Just lockdown defense, 1 through 5 there by the Comets.
The Crusaders players need to stop looking into the bleachers. The kids are getting more and more frustrated at not so much the game as they are with reactions. So 27 seconds ago, I think Mooney's going to want them to take 1 shot here.
Looks like they're holding it for one last good look at the rim.
I think Mooney's giving them the 1 call, that's all. Gilroy at law.
A little early.
And I think they're picking up the pressure a little bit here.
Coach is asking them to get downhill, which I would agree with based on how this quarter's gone.
And nice. And gets Schweitzer blocks them. And but they can't get it off. I mean, the one thing you guys say though is that's 5 blocks for the game for the Crusaders. They've been very active on that end, and that's really keeping within it. I mean, the effort that Rochelle has done to stay within 10 points of this fantastic team is. And that's with Bruns with only 8 points.
Yeah, their defensive pressure has been good, like you said. They've got great help from the backside between Schweitzer and Bruns to protect the rim. It's the on-ball defense that they got beat in all third quarter that led to the 8 fouls. Everyone on Christ Peoria was able to get downhill, especially Bennett, both Moores were able to turn the corner on the defense, get to the rim, require someone else on Rochelle to slide over and drew a foul at the rim. The reason this is a 10-point game and not a 20-point game, as we mentioned, it's just free throw shooting. It's really been controlled so far by the Comets in the second half, and unless something changes drastically in St. Paul Rochelle's timeout here between the third and fourth, that seems to be likely to continue moving into the waning moments of our championship Sunday.
All right, so 1 quarter is all that we have left for the 2023 Boys State Championship.
Only 5 made field goals between the two teams for that quarter. 2 on the side of Rochelle and 3 on the side of Peoria. The other difference was that Peoria also had 14 free throw attempts.
So Comets with the ball, and he travels. Wow, that was something. Nigel Moore then misses the 3. Hardy takes it right at him with the soft touch. Oh my goodness, Kalen Hardy. Kalen Hardy's first basket of the game was a pretty one, and the lead's back up 12. And Cohen Haight and we gets the ball stolen away as Nigel Moore lays it in, and a quick 4-0 run, and the lead is up to 14 now.
And that is not what you want to see again for the Crusaders, as we see a little break
nice way
here.
to break the press as Bruns misses the layup, but he gets his own rebound, and he's gonna get fouled hard. What a play by Bruns. I mean, not so much on the missed layup side, but able to gather his own rebound, putting it back up
with it,
and going to the line for 2.
Yep, earning 2 free throws there. Great job of staying with the play, even on that missed layup. You know, he wants to make the first one, but he's still got a chance to come away with 2 points here. That steal and layup by Moore on the previous possession for the Comets was the 20th turnover for St. Paul Rochelle.
Runs now with 9 points on the game, cuts the lead to 13.
But this again is where you want to be if you're the Crusaders right now. You want to be scoring points while the clock's not moving. You need to extend this game. You need to find ways to allow yourself time to cut into this deficit.
Runs converts on both, and we're going to do a little pressure there out by the Crusaders.
Chris Peoria is looking for another defensive breakdown to drive past.
3-point attempt is no good. Strong rebound by Schweitzer. Finally got it right there. And then the pass, though, it looks like it's going all the way back to the Comets. Anthony Moore is checking back in the game. You know, who's been the player of the game so far in this game is Moore with almost a double-double.
Done a good job on both ends. Flashed some great jump shot ability. Flashed some high motor plays on both sides, keeping plays alive, offensive possessions alive, second chance points. All around great game for number 23 in white.
You know, Nigel Moore now will, with 15 in the game, make that 18. Nigel Moore has come alive. A great showman reference there. Puts the lead up to 15 now at 39-24. This is the greatest show, Peter.
And slowly this lead is starting to extend out into the larger double
with the
figures.
3-pointers, no good, as Anthony Moore just rips down the rebound. He's got 10 rebounds. Hardy takes it all the way at Haight, short on a layup. But what an effort by Moore to get the offensive rebound. He's going to go for the line for 2.
And that is
4 on Brody Bruns. But you're right. I mean, if they could hit some free throws, this game isn't anywhere near close.
There's a lot more breathing room to work with for Christ Peoria.
Rattles the first one in. Substitution is number 5, Jaden Bennett, checks back in the game. Bennett with only 4 points in this game.
He's had a lot of opportunities, though. He's done a good job of attacking the hoop, especially in the second half. He's gotten to the line. The free throws are starting to fall
all the way in.
He's made his last 3 if you count the one that had the lane violation.
Moore now with a very underrated 20 points. We're going to reach. And that's Alexander's second foul, but we're going to have some free throws coming in here, as that looks like that's team foul number nope, I guess that's the only number 6. I guess that's Alexander's 3rd foul. You know what? I make mistakes too, Peter.
You're doing the best you can, right?
Thank you.
Okay, turnover 22 there for Rochelle.
Anthony Moore, nice pass to underneath. Can't get it, but he gets his own rebound with the... And an almost foul.
Fun fact about this
point-blank chances there.
Even with those 2 misses, Nigel Moore has all 5 made field goals for the Comets in the second half.
Bruns lowers the shoulder with the runner, and good. And we're down to 15 again at 41-26.
Good take by Bruns there. And good on him for continuing to fight, even though he's had
Schweitzer blocks him. What a block by Schweitzer.
Schweitzer's still doing a good job of protecting the rim as he has all game long.
Well, the way that these blocks have been coming all night long, Peter.
All night. All night long.
Peter's a big Lionel Richie fan for those at home. You've seen him in concert roughly 12 times. Nigel Moore for 3, can't get it, nobody boxes out Bennett though, and Bennett's gonna get fouled on the shot.
I think they got Schweitzer on that one for some body contact. Looked like he got him clean up top, but got him a little bit with a push below. That's what
Schweitzer now with 4 fouls, Bruns with 4 fouls, and as has been pretty much the theme of the second half, Comets the line for 2. Bennett hits the first. Now
starting to knock him down.
Now 3 for 7 from the free throw line in this game, 5 points, and the lead is up to 16. Hello, it's me. No, what's the Lionel Richie song?
That's
Finally,
that's Adele.
I'm sorry, short on the second free throw, and we're gonna have a foul over the back, and that one's gonna be on Bennett, and that's gonna be that's on.
It's gonna be free throws for Bruns.
Oh, it's on Nicholson. I'm sorry.
Going to the bonus here. Big free throws again.
So Bruns to the line for a 1-and-1.
Comets have done a great job of making life very tough for Brody Bruns here in this
They're really
second
trying
half.
to keep that total within around 10 or 11 points.
Yeah.
Bruns converts on the first one. We have a substitution as the 4'11" fifth grader, DeMario Weldy, checks in for the first time today. A little bit of height difference between Bruns and Weldy as they stand next to each other. It's even more noticeable with Schweitzer next to him. Misses the second free throw. Nice effort by Moore. Moore with the soft take and good. And Nigel Moore is feeling good. And we're going to have a foul on the hold. Peter, who's the foul on there? Was that
That's going to be on Moore for a hold.
It's not like a defensive holding, like a defensive, like on.
Yes. Yes. Except in this sport, it's going to be 2 free throws instead of 10 yards.
All right. Hey, actually, no, that wasn't on Moore. No, wait, well done, Peter. That was actually on number 3.
Which is?
Oh.
Okay,
hold on.
Okay.
Let's back it up. There's 2 Moores on the court. You did. I was watching Anthony Moore. I thought the hold was on Bruns. But Haight converts on the first. He's got 7 now for the game. Make that still 7. Bruns
Good
gets
board.
off the 3-on. Bruns gets blocked by Anthony Moore, and that's going to stay with the Crusaders.
Anthony Moore's been a little more quiet this second half on the offensive end, but he is still making his presence known defensively.
Thank you for specifying there. That was Anthony Moore, Peter.
You're welcome. Now that you
they get a lob to Bruns, but Anthony Moore steals it. He takes it all the way. Then we're going to have a traveling violation on Anthony Moore.
One too many steps there on that Euro step attempt, it looked like.
Best remember is just take one step at a time. Someone on this needs to start getting hot here. 3-point attempt is no good, and we're gonna have a foul as both boys are shaken up on that one.
Looked like a little.
So that foul is gonna be on number 34, Chadwick, as both boys are shaken up on that one.
That one looked like it hurt a little bit from our seats here on the baseline or sideline. Excuse me.
Coach Mooney, and I quote, tells them to get up, you're fine. I would say the same thing to my son Jackson. So Bennett to the line for 2 more. He's already went to the line 8 times in this game, 3 for 8, 5 points total. Because I was saying, he was the leading scorer for the team going into this game. But it's been the Nigel Moore, actually it's been a lot of Moore. Nigel and Anthony combining for 32 points of the team's 44. Bennett misses the first. Number 33, Eli Schweitzer will check in the game for Chadwick as Chadwick shaken up on the bench there. misses it, but Anthony Moore with the offensive rebound. Gets it right back out to Bennett. Bennett with the shot, good. Misses both the easy ones, but it makes the hard ones.
Ends up with 2 points on the possession either way. And the lead is now up to 18 here with 3 minutes.
Bruns with the long three-pointer, can't get it. Hardy, the 5th grader, with the rebound, and then he's going to get the ball knocked away. Excuse me, Weldy, the 5th grader.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. All right, couple substitutions as number 20, Camden Knox Reed, the 5'4" 5th grader. He takes a long 2 right there, long on that. Bruns with the offensive rebound. Excuse me, defense.
Look good off his hands, though.
Bruns up to Eli Schweitzer, and it rattles in.
Good take.
And the lead is back down to 16 at 46-30.
Desperation time here for the Crusaders. They need stops.
And we're going to have a traveling violation on number 32,
but
Quentin Matthews, who just checked in.
It looks like Coach Haight is bringing in the bench to give him some play here in the last 2 minutes of this 4th quarter.
But, I mean, Peter, 40-3 year is an incredible season. Tyson the Carmichael brothers, as I'm dying over here, thanks for not asking me about me, Peter. The Carmichael boys check in, Owen and Tyson. Number 13, Arston Hartnett, no relation to Josh. Number 41, Aiden Carmichael checks in, as well as number 24, Tyler Johnson.
And you mentioned the 40-3 record for Rochelle. 40-1, all games played not against Christ Peoria.
Defensive rebound by Weldy. And they're trying, and they're not stopping as he gets the ball stolen away.
Nope. We got another.
Carmichael with the layup, short on that shot, and we're going to have a little mashed potatoes as we've got a couple kids knocked it. But what an effort by Quentin Matthews to knock it off. I literally think I just saw 3 kids knock over. I'm not exactly sure how that happened.
Either way, it's going to be Comet ball underneath their own hoop as they figure out what they're going to run here with a minute and a half to go in our championship game.
Nice pass, wide open. The layup is good for Lawrence Alexander. And the lead is up to 18 now at 48-30. Weldy just giving them I mean, I love the 5th grader out there. We're going to have a foul on the blocking foul.
And that's going to send Aiden Carmichael to the line for 1-1.
Let's see. Aiden Carmichael is the 5'9" 8th grader. Aiden has scored 2 points so far in this tournament, 0 for 1 from the free throw line. But he somehow doesn't get that one to bank in. And the ball is going to go back to the Comets. Let's see, 3. All right, 1:14 to go in this 4th quarter. Peter and I've had such a great time. Such another wonderful experience. LSA really knocks this out of the park.
Yeah, always a great weekend year after year. It's a pleasure to be invited.
Move. Lays it in as the fans go wild. Demario Weldy, and we'll be hearing that name over the next couple years as the 4'11" 5th grader.
I'm sure we will be for the next 3 years.
Carmichael, somehow the bank isn't open, but he gets that one to rattle in. And the defensive pressure. I love the fight.
Yeah, it's good to see, especially from the boys from Rochelle who haven't been on the court for the rest of the game, coming in and immediately keeping that intensity up here in the last few moments of this 4th quarter.
Camden Knox Reed gets the ball stolen away, but then he takes the ball right back. And yep,
I think that would be back a turnover to a
it was something, right? As Coach Mooney is happy with the effort as he's already cleaning up shop over there on the bench as they're up 18 with 30 seconds to go. Carmichael, the hot hand, lays it in. Aiden Carmichael out of nowhere with 4 quick points.
Good showing here to end the game by Aiden Carmack on number 41.
Nice. And the ball, and it's going to stay with the comments. Weldy's trying to make things happen.
He's pretty gifted with the ball.
He is. Peter, player of the tournament. I mean, I feel like the answer is Bruns, considering what Matthews with the offensive rebound. Can't get it rattled in. Right? Or do you give it to a guy like Moore? But I mean, they're so evenly balanced on this team.
It's a good question. I think Bruns is deserving of it, but I think we see the last couple seconds come off the clock.
Three-point shot is no good, but Carmichael at the buzzer, no good. And Peter, this is the greatest show as Peoria Christ three-peats, 5 of 6, and they are just warming up as they get ready for nationals.
Impressive second half showing there. 38 points in the second half by the Comets, and it honestly could have been a lot more than that.
28 points.
28. Good math.
Thank you.
Could have been more than that with all the points they left at the free throw line there in that third quarter. But impressive showing, and impressive showing
I gotta
by
say,
Rochelle.
as Kevin Becker walks by, he's looking great today. Keep going, Peter. But again,
Rochelle also had a great showing today as well. Coming in, like we mentioned, Christ Peoria handed it to him the first meeting at the Peoria Christ tournament.
And they stayed with him.
Yeah, they kept it close. It was within 10 for 18 or 17 minutes of this game. And I think that's really credit to this Rochelle team for sticking with it. You know, things were frustrating in that third quarter, but they never gave up. And like you said in the fourth, they have a lot to be proud of for this season. And they finished 40-3, second place in state. A lot to be proud of.
So leading scorers for the Comets was Nigel Moore with 22, Anthony Moore in 14, 7 for Jaden Bennett, 2 for Alexander, Weldy, Hardy, and 1 for Jaden Williams. And in losing, Bruns added in 13 points, Aiden Carmichael with 4, Warren Schweitzer with 4, Eli Schweitzer with 3, Braxton Bruns with 3, and last but not least was Cohen Haight with 7. But again, your 2023 champions was start to finish the Peoria Christ Comets, who are the best team all season long, and
they showed it this weekend and especially today.
I just want to clarify. I know we had some fans watching. The game and commentary last year was not better. This year was better. This was a great game. Great games all day long, and we appreciate you guys watching. So again, this is Ryan Roth and Peter Roth signing off. We're not twins. We're cousins, but we love watching basketball. So we'll go down to Jim Kroll, Eric Young, and the legend Andy Fritz. But thanks again for watching the 2023 LSA State Championship.
At this time, we're ready for the award presentation. And once again, we will handle the second place award and the second place medallions. Then we will proceed to the first place trophy, the first place awards, banner, medallions. Then we shall go to the all-tournament team, and we will go to the sportsmanship award. And then lastly, as we began the tournament, we will close the tournament with prayer. Receiving the second place trophy in the state of Illinois, the Crusaders from St. Paul, Rochelle.
So at this point, we're going to hand out medallions to our second place team, and we'll move on to our champions here in a moment. So St. Paul Rochelle, when I call your name, come forward to receive your second place medallion. Number 5, Cohen Haight. Number 13, Austin Hartnett. Number 21, Owen Carmichael. Number 22, Tyson Carmichael. Number 23, Braxton Bruns. Number 24, Tyler Johnson. Number 33, Eli Schweitzer. Number 34, John Chadwick. Number 35, Warren Schweitzer. Number 40, Brody Bruns. And number 41, Aiden Carmichael. Head coach, Ryan Haight. Principal and Athletic Director, Steve Hall. And at this point, we have the championship trophy for the state of Illinois to present to the Comets from Christ Lutheran Peoria. And also, Comets, you can come up to receive your championship banner. Finally, the game ball goes to head coach Terry Mooney Jr. So at this point, we will hand out the individual medals for the Christ Comets. Number 1, Jaden Williams. Number 3, Nigel Moore. Number 4, Brian Nicholson. Number 5, Jaden Bennett. Number 11, Lawrence Alexander. Number 12, Lawson Somerville. Number 13, Demario Weldy. Number 15, Kaylin Hardy. Number 20, Camden Knox Reed. Number 23, Anthony Moore. Number 32, Quinton Matthews. Assistant coach, Marcellus Somerville. Assistant coach, Terry Mooney Sr. Head coach, Terry Mooney Jr. Assistant coach, Nash Mooney. Athletic Director, Jen Lamberti. Principal, Carol Ganem. At this point, we are going to honor and recognize our all-tournament team members. During the course of the weekend, officials and judges were watching players during the course of the weekend and voting on selecting our 2023 boys all-tournament team. The following individuals are a list of 15 members to that team. And once they are named, we'll also, from that 15, name then our tournament MVP. So if you're in the building and you hear your name, come on down. These names are in no particular order. First, from Redbud, Blayton Sutton. From Nashville, Oakville, Sam Bloomhorst. From Peoria, Anthony Moore. From Arlington Heights, Jack Leonard. From Rochelle, Brody Bruns. From Mount Prospect, Connor Fack. From Peoria, Jaden Williams. From East Dundee, Shane DeMarsh. From Rochelle, Cohen Haight. From Palatine, Brady Hauser. From Redbud, Lucas McCarthy. From Peoria, Nigel Moore. From Nashville, Oakville, Palmer Rankin. From Springfield, Javen Meredith. And finally, from East St. Louis, Jaden McCollum. Now, from these 15 names, we have our tournament MVP. This year, the 2023 LSA Boys Most Valuable Player from Peoria, Nigel Moore.
Now for our final award of the weekend. Once again, as I said during the girls' presentation, the LSA values Christian sportsmanship, and our directors and our committee members watched all of the games throughout the weekend, evaluating the coaches, the players, and the fans. And as a result of that evaluation, the 2023 LSA Boys Sportsmanship Award goes to the Comets of Mount Prospect, St. Paul.
As we began each event, as we began each game, let's close this tournament with a prayer. Gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for the ministry of the Lutheran Sports Association. We thank you for the ministry of each and every school represented here this weekend. We'd ask you to continue to bless these Lutheran schools as they are making disciples for life. Heavenly Father, we ask you to call on you right now and grant all of us safe travel home and peace as we rest. We say this all in Jesus' name. Amen.